What is the best way to factor in your exchange rate between US dollars and Australian dollars? Because when I'm dealing with China, they do everything in US dollars, and of course they do because that's the international currency. Isn't that interesting that the dollar is the international currency, much like English is the language of business internationally as well. All right, so, I use, when I'm doing my exchanges, so it's easiest for me to think of everything in US dollars. So depending on the market that I am selling in, I put my brain into that particular mode. So if we're talking about Amazon.com, then I have everything around that business all in US dollars, just for ease of thinking things through. If you're wanting to do some exchanging, the first thing you want to do is come to this website here, which is xe.com, and then you can do your exchange here, and this will give you a very, very good understanding of the current exchange rate, because of course exchanges fluctuate all over the place. And then when it actually comes to doing your conversions, I'm going to give you like a beginner answer and an advanced answer, okay? So the beginner answer is, then you will use somebody like WorldPay or HIFX or OFX, which are a very good friend of ours, Ed Wiley, is the BDM for OFX. He's a great guy. So, and I use those three interchangeably. For some weird reason, I use HIFX for my personal stuff, so transferring money from Australia, for instance, to Portugal. And then for my business stuff, I tend to use WorldPay and OFX depending on the country, but there's no rhyme nor reason to that, and you could just as easily use one for everything and it wouldn't make a great deal of difference. God only knows why I use all three. It's just the way I've set things up, and now I've kind of fallen into that pattern of just using it. So there's that. That's who I use for those. But then on top of that, your supplier will give you a quote in US dollars for your product. Usually that's what they will do. They will quote you in US dollars, which is something for you to be wary of when it comes to actually assessing the prices of the products. You will probably get quoted in US dollars. That's very, very typical, particularly from China and places like that. So keep that in mind when you're looking at your cost analysis of your profits of your business, potential profits of your business. And then do not let your supplier do the conversion for you. So if your supplier has quoted you in US dollars, then all of your negotiations should be done in US dollars. And then when it comes time, do not let your supplier then do a conversion to Australian dollars, which they will probably try and do. Don't let them do that. You do the conversion based upon OFX, HIFX, whatever it is, based on what they're going to give you. Otherwise, your supplier will tack on usually a couple of percentage points for the conversion as well. And so the conversion ends up costing you more. Much like getting your money transferred from a regular bank account like the CommBank or HSBC, something like that, will cost you more than using OFX or WorldPay or somebody like that. So don't let them do that. So that's the beginner answer to that question. Now the next level to that question is at some point you want to establish an entity. If you are selling in America, you want to establish an entity in America for your business to reside. So there's a lot of, again, I'm not a tax person, I'm not a lawyer, I don't play one on the internet, blah, blah, blah. But there are, in my experience, disclaim, lots of tax benefits to be had from that, which I will leave you to figure out. But if you want to send me an email, I'll tell you what my tax structure is. But you should get a good understanding based on the fact that I'm currently in Portugal. So that should give you pause for thought about what I do. So you should establish at some point an entity in the States, and the two states that you would register your business in are either Delaware or Wyoming. Both of those two states are very, very conducive to international people, so i.e. people outside of the states, registering LLCs, limited liability corporations, within those territories, and then being able to run them from there. They're set up beautifully to do that, and then you establish a bank account. You don't need to go to America to do that. You can all do it quite easily from the comfort of your own home in Australia, and your money goes directly to that account. So then your money goes into your US dollar, money goes into a US dollar account, and you use that US dollar account to pay your people in China, etc., etc., etc. That's a very, very bit more advanced, but it's a very good strategy at some point to actually take advantage of that currency arbitrage that's available to you. Just before you go away, that was a question that I got asked on my regular Monday night Q&A session, which I have with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. So if you're interested in joining us as an Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, then you can click on the link below to find out a lot more about that. And also, as a special thank you for watching this video, I've got a great book that I want to give you for free. It's a current bestseller on Amazon, and it teaches you everything that you would need to know about starting a business here in Australia on Amazon. So you can see that just up there. So if you'd like to get a copy of that for free, then again, just click on the link below and you'll get a copy of that. You'll get taken to a page where you can get a copy of that for absolutely free. Hope you enjoyed that little snippet from one of my Aussie Online Entrepreneur Q&A sessions, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel and also like this video. And if you've got a question that you would like answering, then post it in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer it, whether on one of these videos for you or directly in the comments directly below. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on the next of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs Amazon FBA Australia videos. Switch soon.